From your local source, WCJB TV 20, this is TV 20 News at 6.
Good evening. The county jail can be a dangerous place, but some think the way one jail is run is unnecessarily endangering some inmates.
There's a concern inside the Alachua County Jail that inmates with a history of sexual assault are being housed with those of minor offenses, resulting in alleged rapes. TV 20's Nico Clemens tells us one attorney says the jail's classification system doesn't work.
Dave, one Alachua County Jail employee is concerned many inmates are in danger because sexual offenders are housed with people accused of misdemeanor crimes. He wrote this email to Sheriff Sadie Darnell, who replied that she trusts Jail Director Charlie Lee to do the right thing. They use a specific classification system that actually allows sexual offenders to interact with the general population, but Gainesville attorney Robert Russ says it's a recipe for bad things that happen to people it shouldn't happen to.
Stop innocent people from being raped in our state facilities and our county facilities.
Attorney Robert Rush is no stranger to investigating alleged rapes inside the Alachua County Prison. He won a $1.25 million award for an inmate raped by a sex offender in 2003. Now there is an open case from 2014 where another inmate says he was raped by an offender. And Rush says there's been another rape reported within 6 months of that one.
We're in a college town. There's a lot of 18, 19, 20-year-olds who go to jail for the night or for the weekend. And to put them in a situation where they have no idea the level of danger that they're facing, it's not right.
But why are sexual offenders being placed with inmates who have misdemeanor offenses? Public Information Officer Art Forgy says anytime someone goes to jail, they go through a classification system, the Austin model.
In a perfect world, you can't just take a sex offender, put him in a hole and throw the key away.
The jail uses current charges to classify inmates. Kurt Pace and Michael James are both registered sex offenders now in jail on misdemeanor charges, but in an open pod system with other inmates.
No matter what it is, when you are thrown into a jail environment, obviously your stress goes up, obviously everything goes up. So we monitor those things closely, and we're very cognizant of those things going on in jails and correctional facilities.
Forgy says they can't eliminate 100% of the problems, but they're going to stick with their classification system. Rush says whether intentional or accidental, the jail system is problematic.
It's a matter of making a determination that you're going to have good surveillance and you're not going to allow sexual assaults to happen to people who are pre-trial waiting for disposition of their cases.
Now, Rush tells me they are in the process of getting everything they need for the civil case against the jail and the sheriff for inadequate security and allowing an inmate to be raped. Nico Clemens, TV 20 News.
3 fire departments in Levy County worked together this morning to put out a fire in Inglis. The Levy County Department of Public Safety, the Inglis Volunteer Fire Department, and a rescue unit from Inglis and Yankeetown arrived on the scene after receiving a call about a structure fire. The fire was at an empty mobile home where homeless people reportedly live. Fire crews had the fire out around 1 p.m.
Those fire crews might have gotten an assist from Mother Nature in parts of north central Florida today due to the rain.
Bill, we've had a lot of lightning strikes up there.
Yeah, it's pretty rough back up towards northern Suwannee County and Live Oak. We're going to see be under the gun for a little while longer. Take a look at the sky cam. We're looking in the opposite direction to the north and the east. The clouds you see building up here are actually all the way up to Stark. So we're still seeing the chance of some more showers and thunderstorms developing and the clouds darkening up here in Alachua County too. Temperature 82 degrees right now. East winds at 6. Humidity is at 53%. Looking at storm vision as we zoom on into that cluster of thunderstorms back up to the north, you can see how intense it is now moving just to the north of Live Oak along I-10. We'll take a look at the X-Vision 3D radar view, and you'll see how high these storms are getting up to about 35 to almost 40,000 feet. The potential was there for maybe some small hail developing as it moved through Live Oak. Have not had any reports as of yet, but we'll be watching that very carefully. The rest of north central Florida is still looking at the chance of some showers and thunderstorms developing with the moisture building back in. It's still very warm outside, so just a little bit of a spark will start some of these showers and thunderstorms developing across the region. So scattered evening showers and storms still possible. Areas of fog overnight tonight and a slight chance of showers and thunder showers on Friday. We'll explain that coming up in a few minutes.
She was hammered and got nailed. A woman accused of drunk driving was not only pregnant, but had 2 small children in the car with her. Ocala police say 28-year-old Angel Oliver rear-ended a black Chevrolet SUV at the intersection of Southwest 16th Avenue and State Road 200. An officer discovered beer as well as 18-month-old twins who are not wearing seatbelts. Oliver's breathalyzer results were .228 and .236, well over the legal limit. The father took the children to the hospital for examination. And another person in Ocala is under arrest for DUI after crashing into a guardrail. According to police, Corey Hardman drove into oncoming traffic, almost crashing head-on with a Marion County Sheriff's patrol car. The deputy inside the car says he was able to avoid the crash as he turned to conduct a traffic stop. Police say this is Hardman's second DUI offense. Investigators also discovered that Hardman's license is suspended.
This year marks the 70th anniversary of the end of World War II, and remaining veterans are on a last mission to make sure younger generations hear what happened firsthand. One World War II Veterans Club in North Central Florida is joining with younger people. TV 20's Stephanie Bachara reports that motivates them to keep going.
The organization D-Day War II Vets has been getting together for nearly 20 years now. They've reunited once more at this local All-American Steakhouse here in Alachua. Now they tell me the gatherings are becoming even more special with the years.
But I'm proud to serve like I did. We had a job to do and we did it. We won the freedom.
Carlos Cruz was an aerial engineer and a master sergeant during the invasion of Normandy, France in 1944. He's part of D-Day War II Vets, an organization formed in March 1996. They've been meeting up every year for 19 years now and welcome all kinds of vets to join. The group is trying to keep things a little more modern by trying to close the gap between the younger and older generation.
And they love it. They really do. Here they are in their 90s, and they're being around people in their early 20s to late teens, and the energy is just, it's contagious. They love it.
The organization is working with UF fraternities and sororities that have offered to adopt World War II vets as honorary members. The program is called Operation Remembrance. 3 vets have already been adopted. The hope is to expand to other universities, no matter their allegiance.
They told me if I had to be adopted to be a Gator, but I'm an old.
Bob Gachet, a Marine rifleman during World War II, is the latest vet to get adopted.
And I feel real privileged and honored to be able to go to these younger groups and talk with them about their country and the idea of patriotism and to respect this flag.
The American flag holds a special spot in Gachet's heart as he saw his fellow Marines raise the flag during the Battle of Iwo Jima in 1945, a day he won't ever forget.
The casualties were tremendous. The sacrifices made by these young men, teenagers, was just overwhelming, and I was never more proud to be a United States Marine.
The veterans here tell me they hope to continue remembering the past and letting others live the experience through their eyes. Reporting from Alachua, I'm Stephanie Bachara, TV 20 News.
Today kicks off the first day of the 46th annual Gator Nationals, where all the top drivers come to Gainesville
to compete in one of North Central Florida's biggest events. And when we come back, TV 20's Alex Browning reports live at the event. Stick around.
Watching WCJB TV 20 News at 6 with Paige Beck, David Snyder, meteorologist Bill Quinlan, and sports with Adam Solomon.
Welcome back. A major North Central Florida event got the green light today.
Races began at the 46th annual Gator Nationals. It's the kickoff of the 4-day event today. And TV 20's Alex Browning is live at Gainesville Raceway. Alex, how's the turnout so far?
Dave, the parking lot is full as engines are revving and tires burning at the 46th annual Gator Nationals. Fans are excited for a weekend full of adrenaline. 3, 2, 1, start your engines. The Sportsman's qualifiers began today as the kickoff of a long-standing racing tradition here in North Central Florida. Fans from across the country gathered this week to take part in something you can't get anywhere else.
It's the Gator Nationals. It's the one of a kind. It's been here since 1969. You know, it's history, it's the thump of the motors, feeling it in your chest, just the grand excitement of it.
There are multiple races every day beginning at 8 a.m. through Sunday. Tickets are still available online or at the box office here at the raceway. One fan from Fort Lauderdale tells me he's just waiting for the real show. Professional drivers starting their engines tomorrow. Reporting live from Gainesville Raceway, Alex Browning, TV 20 News.
And we'll have more of the races coming up for you later tonight in sports. But first, in covering the state, law enforcement is now facing tougher barriers when it comes to using technology. Law enforcement, prosecutors, and privacy proponents squared off today at a House committee at the state capitol over legislation restricting the use of digital technology. Under one proposed bill, law enforcement would have to seek a warrant before using cell phone receptors to gather random data.
And I don't think our cell phone data, whether it's our calls we're making at the time, our texts that are on our phone, our texts that are occurring because we happen to be in the radius, belong in the domain of the government if they don't have a right to get that data.
Provisions on license plate readers have been taken out of that bill as it faces oppositions from prosecutors who are worried that gangs would learn about investigations.
Well, we got day one of Gator Nationals off without really any trouble weather-wise, but will that trend continue?
Bill, any rain for tomorrow?
You know, there'll be a chance of a few showers, but it's still going to be warm back into the low, almost mid-80s, maybe a little more sunshine tomorrow, but we may still see a chance of a shower. We'll explain that coming up in a few minutes.